Hey guys, it's Kia North Danvers and we're going to be checking out a 2026 Kia EV9 GT-Line all-wheel drive. This vehicle is about 197 inches long and 70 inches tall, so it is a big ride for an electric vehicle, and let's see how Kia stepped it up with this one. Now let's take a look at the front exterior design of the 2026 EV9. It is similar to last year's model. They just did a little facelift, nothing major, just slight changes. You're gonna have this body colored front bumper that matches well with the top. It just kind of blends in and looks like one big piece. You also have a black bumper insert down here, and you have this strip that goes along the front that does look like metal, but it is not. And you also have your parking sensors. Can't forget about safety. You also have those in the back. Now, the LED headlights have this really cool stack design. And of course, you have the automatic LED daytime running lights. It's kind of shaped like a Z. That's the new design that Kia is going for in most of its models. And I'm a fan. Let me know in the comments what you think about the design of the LED daytime running lights. Now for wheels, brakes, and suspension, this EV9 GT line comes with 21-inch alloy wheels. This design is very new and funky, similar to last year's model, but let me know what you think in general about these new wheel designs Kia is dropping. For suspension, you're going to have auto leveling suspension in the front and rear of the vehicle, and for brakes, you're going to have front and rear vented discs. The side view mirrors on the new EV9 are gloss black, and they also are power, heated, and auto dimming. And you have these door handles on the side of the EV9 that are flushed in. So when you press the tab with your key, of course, or your hands, because it is hands-free, the door handle will pop out and be accessible. Okay, now that we are in the inside of the 2026 EV9 GT line, there's a lot going on up here, so I'm going to try my best to keep it slow and simple so you can keep up. The EV9 has so much tech, so much cool little nicks and knacks that you can pick at. I love this car, but I'm not going to lie, it can be overwhelming at first. For the steering wheel, it is heated, and you also get drive mode and terrain mode. Your drive modes are normal, sport, my drive that you can customize, and eco, of course. You have terrain mode, which offers snow, mud, and sand. So if you live in New England, this is perfect. If you live in the West Coast and you go off-roading, that's perfect for you too. This dual 12.3-inch infotainment system, which is Kia's go-to design, and I am personally a fan. I love how bold it is, how big it is, and easy to use. You also have your climate controls right in the middle of both screens, or you can do it manually down here. You also have two USB-Cs and a 12-volt outlet. And the middle console, you have this full floor design, so you have plenty of space and you don't feel really squished in here. You have this storage down here. You have your cup holders here that are customizable. Most Kias offer this. You just push this button, it brings out the cup holders for support, or you can retract them and have this big amount of space for whatever you need. Right here you have your fingerprint recognition, so you can set that up and customize it with your finger, so the car will only turn on when you put your finger there. But make sure that you didn't eat some Cheetos, because that would be gross. Anyways, we have a 360 view camera, which is pretty standard in most new vehicles with a lot of technology. I'm not a fan of 360 view cameras. Personally, I feel like they just show too much. I don't want to see all that. I just want to see the back, and I can use my side view mirrors. I don't know. Comment below what you think about 360 view cameras. In the middle, you have a little bit of storage, and you also have your wireless charging pad right here. It is in a little weird place, I'm not gonna lie, but maybe that just makes you focus on the road. And if you have Apple CarPlay and your Android Auto on, you can just access everything you need on your phone through there. You also are going to have the relaxation package. Now, these seats are next level. They're Syntex leather, you have the GT line stitching, but the relaxation package just is the cherry on top. On the side, you have your power adjustments, and you can lift up your footrest, and you can also recline, and you can lift it up, put it down. But the best part for me is the footrest and to lay back. Now, what car can you do that in? Comment below and tell me. I know my box do that, but what about a Kia? Come on, that's pretty cool. The seats also are heated and ventilated. You can also opt for massaging seats on some models. Comes with a package, also with relaxation. The seats are great, 10 out of 10. You also have the Meridian audio sound system that sounds amazing. We can't forget about the digital rear view camera, and if you don't like digital, you can just flip the switch and it turns back to a regular mirror. But if you like digital, just flip it down and there you go. You also have a power moonroof with a shade. Pretty typical, pretty standard, but you also have one in the back, which I'll show you once we get to the second row. But in the front, there is a lot going on. You can't forget the 12-inch head-up display. That is a great feature. I really do like that feature because sometimes you just don't want to look down. Sometimes things are chaotic on the road and you really just got to keep your eyes on it. Let me know what you guys think about head-up display. And for legroom and headroom, there is a good amount of both. I am very short, so of course, legroom and headroom is not a problem for me. But as a tall person, I think you would find extreme comfort. With the lack of a console in the middle blocking you, you have a lot of leg space. And for headroom, the vehicle is pretty tall itself, so you should be fine. Now, let's go take a look at the second row. The second row in the EV9 has plenty of comfort for the backseat passengers. You're going to have these Syntex leather seats that are heated and ventilated. You're also going to have your climate controls up here with your 2 air vents. You have a glass roof on the top. It is not power. You cannot open and close it, but it does let in light and it makes good for selfie lighting. Just saying. Also, I love the feature of having this hidden little table storage in the middle. This, if you push it in, it becomes hidden storage for snacks or any emergency kits that you have. And you also have this little table that does extend. So if you're on a road trip or you're just, you know, having a fun ride with your family, they can place things there and it's just very comfortable. And my favorite part is that you can store it away, so it's no longer in the way, it doesn't take up any space, and it's not in the way. Also, you have these 2 cup holders, pretty standard. You have your USB-Cs on the front passengers seats. Also on the front passenger seats, you have this funky design, which, what do you think this is for? Because I had no idea when I first got in this car. This is a hook. So you can put your bag, a coat, whatever you need right there. I think that is pretty cool. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you think that's cool? Do you think it's useless? I don't know. Also have your rear sun shades, which is pretty standard in a vehicle and I think should be required in all vehicles. Just saying. And typical kangaroo pouch in the back. Also, what I do love about the second row is that you can slide or recline your seats. You can also opt for a relaxation package for the back, which will give you the power seating where you can lift up the footrest and have the same relaxation that the front passenger has. That is optional. You can always add that on. Now let's talk about the third row of the EV9. Back here, you're going to have a USB-C on both sides, 2 cup holders on this side, 2 cup holders on that side, and both sides also get air vents so you won't have a heat stroke. The seats also recline. There's a little lever on the side. You just pull it and push back and just chill. There also is a lot of significant space back here. For a full-size adult, maybe not. For children, absolutely. Let's see what it could feel like behind the second row. For reference, I'm 4'11", so anything I sit behind is going to be pretty spacious. If I was a full-size, let's say 5'6", 5'8" adult, I can see this being a little tight. So if your front second row is pulled all the way back, it can be really tight back here for you if you're a full-size adult. But if you're getting this for children, not a bad gig. I definitely can, you can fit as an adult back here, but I wouldn't go on a long road trip and sit back here. Personally, that's just me. But again, if this is for children, for your family, this is a perfect ride for the kids. There's plenty of space. Your kid has a port for their charger, cup holders, and air vents, so they're nice and comfortable. Now we are at the trunk of the EV9. Behind the third row, you're going to have about 20 cubic feet of cargo space. Behind the second row, you're going to have about 43 cubic feet of cargo space. And behind the first row, if you were to put all the seats down, you're going to get up to 81 cubic feet of cargo space. In the trunk, you also have a power outlet back here. You also have power control over the second row, so you can fold it down from back here. And to fold down the third row, you'd simply pull this latch and release. And it would fold down as well as this side. And then if you press the buttons, it will put down the second row. So now you have all of your capable space. And below, you're gonna have little storage, not much, but it is something. And you have a tire mobility kit, which a lot of the new vehicles come with. A lot of vehicles don't have spare tires anymore. So we gotta get with the times. And you also have another 12-volt power outlet source right here. So you have plenty of options. And of course, if you need more space, you just put down the third row. If you don't need that much space, you just put it up. It's pretty simple, pretty functional, and not hard to understand. In the back exterior of the EV9, you're going to have a body-colored bumper with the parking sensors, and you're going to have the metal look, again, right along the bottom, just similar to the one in the front. And you cannot forget your GT line badging, so everyone knows what you're driving. But pretty similar to last year's design, you still have your LED brake lights, and really not too much going on back here, but I kind of like the simplicity. What do you think? Do you think Kia could have added more, or do you like it? Are you a minimalist like I am? I did want to mention you can also add a tow hitch to the EV9. It has a maximum towing capacity of 5,000 pounds, which in my opinion is pretty standard, and I think it's decent for this vehicle. Under the hood of the EV9, you will not find an engine, of course, because it is all electric, duh. But the EV9 does have a 99.8 kilowatt battery. It is automatic, all-wheel drive, all the time. So it has a combined horsepower of 501, and it has a maximum torque of 516. Now let's talk about charging. On the EV9, the 2026 model does come with a DC port charger. So it is compatible with the Tesla supercharger. On a 350 kilowatt charger, like the Tesla one, it will go from 10 to 80% in about 24 minutes. If you're using a level 1 charger, you're looking at about 9 hours. If you're using a level 2 charger, you're looking at about 4 hours. On board, you do have a 10.9 kilowatt charger system, and you get about 270 miles of electric range on this specific model. Now that we've seen the EV9 and all that it has to offer, let's talk about pricing. This vehicle with these specific specs is priced at $69,315. Now, we do have this vehicle currently available at Kia North Danvers. We're located in Danvers, Massachusetts, and we have plenty of other EV9s or any Kia you're looking into. Feel free to visit us in person or visit us online at kianorthdanvers.com. And again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe because we have more Kia content coming very soon.